Interesting. So we're going to move on to something different. It's not very often that you get instrumentals that become really big hits. There's few examples of that, especially past, say, 1990 or so. But the ones that did were huge, and this one was actually an accident. I'll actually tell you kind of a quick story about this song. When I was a kid, I was in orchestra. I played violin, and I was in band, and I played drums and percussion and mallets and all of that, and had been learning that. Well, I had extra time in the mornings. I got to the school. I was dropped off usually about 7:15, 7:30, and the band hall was open, and of course, school didn't start until around 8:30, and so I had an hour to an hour and a half, many days of the week, to go in and sit and play in a practice room with a piano. I taught myself how to play piano. And so flash forward a couple of years, I had a wonderful orchestra teacher. I'm still in touch with her all these years later. Her name is Sallie. She's just a wonderful human being, and I love her to pieces. Anyway, she arranged this song, which was a hit at the time. And when the concert came around at the end of the year, where you're performing, in the orchestra or whatever, your parents come to the concert. Well, my mom did not know that I had learned to play the piano. Didn't have one at home, so there was nowhere to really try to ever play that. And so the song started, and I walked out from the side. She's thinking I'm going to sit down and play the violin, and she just watches as I walk over to the piano and sit down and started playing this song. And I think her mouth remained open for the entire time, because it was something very different for her seeing me do. But the song is Music Box Dancer by Frank Mills, and it's from 1974 originally. And the funny thing is the song was sent accidentally to a radio station, and well, it was there, they had it, but they played it accidentally. And once they did that, they started getting phone calls right away, like, what was that? Because you just didn't hear instrumentals on the radio, and all of a sudden you've got a piano instrumental and people are going crazy. And it was originally released in 1974, and it didn't hit the charts until the next year, and became a huge sensation. It ended up going on to be a number one hit on Billboard, number hit on the adult contemporary charts, and number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, which is still an amazing accomplishment. So here you go. Music Box Dancer, Frank Mills.